Hello and welcome back to Restore You. It's Angela and we are back with another fun video, but today we're going to focus on textiles and some of the things that I found in my treasure hunts. But before we do that, a quick shout out to those of you who have subscribed and commented. I appreciate it. Christine, Steve, and Brittany, welcome. I want to start off by showing you quickly what I did with just a few of the items that I showed you in the last video of my paper treasure haul. So this was that little A New Playmate book, and it was coming apart. So I just used some of those Project Life cards that I had and made just a mini journal that I can tuck into one of my larger journals. And then from the pages, I did a couple little things. I kept the book belongs to. It was Troy, but now it's whoever gets these little treasures. And then I made a couple little tags from the pages, and I just used those Project Life cards. And then a couple little pockets. Super, super cute. Easy enough. And then with these last three, I just used, I had acquired a bunch of those, like, the old scrapbooks that you peeled them up and they stuck kind of on them. And this is all of the cello that was on the outside of those. So I kept a bunch of those, and I liked both sides, so I decided just to sew them up. Had a little problem with my sewing machine in the process, but so I finished those up just as something fun to do. And then I also think I showed you this Peter Rabbit book. That it was the one that was somebody had circled every single one of the words. So I just decided I had some fabric handy. I went ahead and poked the holes so later I can add the signatures. I just started on signatures and added a little place to put a little dangle if somebody would like to, or maybe I'll make one. So I'll probably work on this save it for Easter, but I just started on putting all of my first signature together, and then I tucked all of these. I cut these all out, and I've got them all. I thought I did one. Oh yeah, I did. That isn't necessarily supposed to stay there, but super cute images. So that is what I was up to from my haul that I showed you last time. And now we're gonna start with this. And I'm hoping, because I cannot see, I'm in a different location, so I can't see my camera. So we're just gonna go with it. I acquired this at, I have another one of these, and I found this one at a thrift shop. So it worked out perfectly. But recently, I was at an auction and was picking up some things and wanted to just kind of check out this cute little town. And so I went into this, it said thrift store, but it was more like a junk shop, and you had to like really search. But I did find some fun little packets of lace and embroidery, lace and ribbons, and this little runner. I've washed everything, so, well, not the wool, but, and I'm not going to show you anything today, little projects to do with these, because I have two upcoming videos focused on travel, and we're going to do some fun things, one with paper and one with linens and textiles. So look for those. But these are fantastic, and yes, you can probably see here. These are like, somebody did this for me, man. I'm halfway there for my fabric flips. So we're going to do something with these in another video. And then this was just full of the ribbon and little pieces. This kind of 80s-ish, some just satin ribbon, and then all of this really pretty lace. There's a lot of it that looks like it's off maybe dresses or skirts or things like that. So lots to play with. And I'll save the bottom one for a second here. And then I bought a bunch of these doilies, and I don't use these a lot. I'll probably use a couple of them, maybe, and do a couple videos, just tutorials. So these likely will be in the Etsy shop, what I don't use. But I just love the colors. They were very different. I did nothing to them. I've got a bunch more, but these are some of my favorites. And then this little dresser piece, and this is one of my favorites. This with it's just perfect. I'm just amazed by the talents of, these people. But then I decided to take a couple of the white ones, because, everybody has white ones. And while I was doing a batch of Kool-Aid and coffee dyeing, I did these. So how cute is that? And it's got a little purple in it and a little pink. And by the way, they take any kind of dye. Really, obviously, this is all crunchy. I haven't ironed it yet, but isn't that beautiful? But it takes the dye really, really well. And then I thought, well, while I'm at it, I might as well go ahead and take some of that ribbon, and did the same thing. So this was I had two kinds of blue, and so I did those. And in here, I wanted to show you. Okay, so these are just like eyelet that would go on like a corset or the back of a dress, or possibly a bra. And I had a whole bunch of that. And so I thought, well, let's see what it looks like. And it's so funny, it's kind of the fun of, this must have got a little bit of blue in there, to see what happens to these when you actually dye them, because they just do all kinds of different things. I don't know what that stuff is. Well, it must have been on there when I don't know. But like some of these, like this lace particularly, like same piece of lace with one color didn't take hardly at all, and then another one it did. So I just thought these were really pretty. So don't be afraid to stick in that lace and that ribbon, especially with the Kool-Aid. That's kind of my favorite thing to work with. Just because it smells delicious, and why not? At that same little junk shop, I picked up a few hankies. This one I'm going to use for a journal for Christmas that I'm working on, and then these will probably go in the Etsy shop. I am going to be doing a lot of digitals with these too, so if you don't get your hands on the real thing, and you're okay with the digitals, you will be able to get those. I bought a couple of, I love vintage aprons, so I bought a couple of these. This was one that I'll probably do something with for Christmas. I won't cut this up, but I will do a digital, and probably use it with that. So there was those. Just a piece of embroidery. I didn't get a lot, and it has a little stain on it, but I think it'd make a beautiful cover. It's just the right size. So we're gonna just embrace the stain and try it. I got a bunch of vintage fabrics, and I'm gonna show you my really exciting haul in a second. But there is a lot of fabric here. This is another apron, so I will make a digital of this, but I will not have the physical piece on. But I've got tons of kits that I have not listed yet of bundles of fabric, both new and vintage, but this is one of my favorites that will go digital. I also have an obsession with quilts, and you probably have heard me say my Grandma Mo is an amazing quilter, and so I have many of hers, but when I find vintage ones, this one is just in wonderful shape. It's beautiful. So those will be made into digitals too. So cute, little Bo Peep. I don't know, Peter Pumpkin Eater maybe. Super, super sweet. And then these I thought were really cool. And if you're not familiar, these are basically if you think muslin, that's essentially what they're made of. But these are vintage sugar, salt, flour sacks. And some of these just have some really neat fonts and writing on them. And some are just very, very faint. And so I think these will make beautiful digital backgrounds. So look at this one. Oh. With free raw sugar, this sugar would cost you about 2 cents per pound less. Urge your congressman to insist on the removal of something on sugar. Tariff. Oh. There it is. Tariff on sugar. Kind of cool. And then this, I'm assuming this might have been like a doll pillow, baby bed pillow, or maybe just a baby's pillow. But I got to find something fun to do with this. I think I might coffee stain this. So those were the sugar sacks. And I have a bunch of those that will go on Etsy as well at some point. But let me show you my very favorite. Let me move on my junk. And this is why I'm not going to do, oh shoot, a video today, but I want you, it's kind of the teaser for the 2 travel videos. So we're going to talk about my top 10 travel art / craft / junk journal projects that I take on the road with me. And one of those, we're going to use these. I love it when somebody else does the work for me. These are all about 2-inch squares. This is the bag. I'm just going to literally do grab bags and make bags for Etsy because, Lord, this took me a long time. But I want to show you some of these. Well, this one is full of denim. So then I'll do some kits that are, you know, specific, like little color palette ones too, because I certainly can't use all this. But they're all, the vintage, like the feed sack fabric and, you know, the 40s. It's the stuff that I, like, absolutely love. And this was just, you know those great big things, I think you get them at, like, Costco or Sam's Club that have pretzels or cheese balls. It's like a big barrel. That, one of those was full of all of these. So let me show you some of my favorites. So I did a lot of, some of them were put together for me. That was lovely. But look at that purple one. I tell you, I have hardly any purple in my life. So I need to get some. But these, we're going to do some projects. So I will, well, I probably won't link it below unless I remember. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, I'm in love. But there's tons and tons and tons. And so I got to share my love here. These are all like red, white, and blues. There were some rolls. I have one that I'll show you in the next video, but isn't that pretty? And interestingly, you know, they ranged from probably like the 40s to probably like the 70s, I would say. Possibly the 80s, but mostly from the 30s and 40s. And so that made me very, very happy. So look for that video. And until then, I hope you have fun crafting in whatever you may be doing. And I look forward to seeing you next time. And if there's something specific that you are all hoping to learn or know more about, or whatever it is, just comment below and I'll see what I can do. Until next time, as always, remember to take time to just be, and we will see you soon. Cheers.